Welcome to the Long Run with Joel and Christy. I'm Christy and I'm flying solo today. We were requested by Dawn from Sensible Living with Money Mom to share some breakfast recipes. So what I'm going to do today is share with you 3 recipes that are for breakfast. And well, actually I'm going to give you a bonus idea, not a recipe, but just an idea for another thing that you could eat for breakfast at the end of the video. So be sure to stick around. If you saw my what I eat in a day video 2 weeks later, and this balloon is still here and not deflated. But anyway, just in case you're wondering what that red string is on the screen. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so we're gonna start with 1 can of coconut milk. The recipe creator that I follow that shared this recipe said that you should not use the other kind that's in a carton because the consistency wouldn't turn out right. So I just grabbed something like this. I have made this several times. It is not my recipe, and I'll be sure to link the creator's recipe down in the description so you can see what it actually looks like. But that was 1 can of coconut milk, 1/3 of a cup of chia seeds. And you stir that well. And then we're going to add a teaspoon of vanilla extract. We make homemade vanilla extract at our house. We've done a video sharing that, so if you'd like to see that, we'll put it in the eye in the sky. Then we're going to do 1/2 of a teaspoon of almond extract. We're going to add 2 tablespoons of honey. You don't have to do 2, you could do less, but I feel like I need it to be 2, and the recipe creator wrote that in their instructions as well, that they have found it tastes better to them when it was at least 2. And we're going to stir to combine that till we make sure the honey is well incorporated. Now, if you work outside the home or you need something to take with you on the go, you can put this into different servings in small mason jars. It says the recipe makes about 3 cups. Because I don't work outside the home, I usually just put all of mine in 1 jar, just like this. And so after I've mixed it all together like this, then I'm going to put it in there. Now, you can go ahead and put your lid on it and put it in the refrigerator. You want to let it set up overnight or at least a few hours in the refrigerator to give the chia seeds a chance to become pudding-like. But, and then in the morning before you go to work, you can throw some frozen berries on it and then put it in your container, and then by the time that you get to lunch time, the berries will have thawed out enough that they will, be easy enough to eat. But I don't do that. What I do is this, and I'm going to show you that next. Okay, so I go ahead and I put a few on, go ahead and put it in there, and the reason for that is that they can thaw out and be ready to go whenever I decide I'm ready to eat. And I don't have to worry about whether or not I've had enough time to thaw out. It's been soaking in there. I was going to smash these, but they're really, really frozen, like way more than normal, I feel like. Because what I was going to do was smash them so that while they're sitting in the liquid, they will have time to soak into it. So there will be like blueberry, strawberry, and pineapple flavors all running through it. And please note, this makes 3 cups. I'm not going to be eating it all in one setting. It'll be like 3 different meals for me. Okay. And so then I just kind of try to smash them in a little bit. And then I just put the lid on it. Shake. Doesn't really shake very much because it's pretty solid in there. But anyway, that is it. And when I eat this, I will show you how it looks and what else I do to it, because I do a little bit more to it than that. I'm just smashing them in a little bit because I want the blueberries to break up since I couldn't do it when they were frozen. Okay. Turning it all purple. Okay, so I got them all, the fruit all mixed in there now. Now I could have just left it on top and there would have been this great like difference between the white and the chia seed pudding and the fruit sitting on top, but I really wanted the blueberries to mix into the chia seed really well. But I am not done. I'm gonna put my banana on top. I just made some homemade granola and I'm gonna put a little of that on it. That. Finally, I'm going to add a little coconut because I love coconut. And that is our chia seed pudding. And you don't even have to fix it up like that. You could eat it straight out of a jar. So it'd be an easy, quick breakfast to walk out the door. It would be an easy, quick breakfast to walk out the door because you wouldn't have to do any prep at all. You could just grab the jar out of the refrigerator and go. Okay. Okay, so here is another breakfast idea for you. And actually, I got this idea from Dunkin' Donuts because one of their seasonal flavors, seasonal items was sourdough bread with either avocado or hummus on it. And I was like, well, I think they always have the avocado, but I don't think they always have the hummus. But anyway, I was like, well, I have sourdough bread and I can get hummus with no problem. In fact, I picked up some from Aldi. And so I toasted the sourdough and I spread some hummus on there. I chose the roasted garlic. I'm gonna try it with some of the other flavors. At Dunkin' Donuts, you can also get roasted red tomatoes on it. I may try that. I didn't really have time to do that this time, but I just put that on there. I put some of these seasonings on top and I'm good to go. That easy, quick breakfast. Okay, for this breakfast, we're gonna have avocado toast. And just like with the hummus toast that I did, I just took some sourdough bread and I put it in the oven and toasted it. I did that for 425 degrees for 10 minutes until it got like, I wanted it crisp. Okay? Alright, so we're going to take that and going to put our avocado on there, our spread that we made. And what I did to make that was I just mashed a half of an avocado. Oh, by the way, I got some eggs right there that I'm cooking. And a little tip for you to get it cooked on the inside so that you don't have to flip it is just put a lid on top of it. The steam will start cooking even the top of it without you having to flip it. So, okay. And we're going to take that off the eye so that we can have that ready. Alright, so now back to what I was saying. We have the avocado here, and I may be the only person in the world who's about to say this besides my husband. I don't care for everything but the bagel seasoning. Yeah, I don't care about everything but the bagel seasoning. I've had it. There's a taste on it that I don't love. It's okay, but it's not my favorite. So actually today I thought, you know what? What if I may use some of my ranch seasoning mix? I wonder what that will taste like. So I've put a little bit already in there. You probably can't see it, but I'm gonna spread that on my toast and then I'm gonna put a little bit more on top. Okay, and so now I'm just going to take just a little bit of the ranch seasoning mix and I'm just gonna shake it over there. And I need to see what I'm actually doing because I'm recording and I'm looking through the camera. Okay, that's gonna be really strong ranch taste, so I probably need to quit that. Okay, now I'm gonna just put the eggs on top. Okay, so you could season your eggs a little bit or something like that. I didn't in this case because I felt like the ranch seasoning was going to be enough and I didn't want to detract from that flavor. But this is it. And I will give you a thumbs up if I like having ranch seasoning on my avocado toast. Okay? And I guess if I don't like it, I'll say don't do this. Okay, so here's your little bonus. It really showed me making it because these are just leftover veggies from the night before, and I just cooked 2 eggs to go with it. So just throw your leftover veggies in a skillet, heat them back up, then cook some eggs, and you're good to go. Nothing says you can't eat veggies for breakfast. All right, so that's it. We have chia seed pudding, avocado toast, and hummus toast. Thanks Dunkin' Donuts for giving me an idea of something I can actually make at home. Okay, and also our bonus idea. Remember, just because something is for dinner doesn't mean you can't have it for breakfast. Sometimes they eat a salad for breakfast. And just because something is a breakfast food doesn't mean you have to only eat it at breakfast. So, in other words, sometimes they eat chia seed pudding at dinner. All right, so that is all for today. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, and comment below and let us know some breakfast ideas that you have. I think that it's fun to share these things because maybe you will come up with something I've never even thought of before. So be sure to let me know down in the comments. And until next time, for The Long Run with Joel and Christy, I'm Christy saying it's a long run. Give yourself a little grace. Bye.